What it do, what it do, what it do? We on the 4th episode. We finally made it, man. Massive Talk Podcast. It's your host, Mass Double. And I got my host with me, my co-host with me, Loose Cruz. We are lit, we are active. I'm excited. How y'all feeling today? I hope y'all feeling blessed. Today, as we're shooting this is it's a beautiful Sunday. And I feel amazing, man. I feel amazing. How y'all feel today? Let's go. We finally did it, man. It's been a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a couple weeks, man. I feel amazing. You know, we're back, we're live, we're active. This is episode 4. We finally got to get it going. But we are here. You know what I'm saying? We are live, we are active. How you feeling today, Luce? What's up?
Nothing much.
How you feeling, man? We here.
I'm doing good. I'm alive.
We alive, we here, we active. I'm excited. You know, it's been a wild little 2 weeks trying to get audio, trying to get the technician part, rolling. But we're here. We finally get it. And we're finally able to give the people another episode. So from this point on, we should be active and ready to keep going and give you guys more episodes. And I'm very, very happy about that. Let's give a round of applause to that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be doing a lot of claps today to that. For real. We're doing a lot of claps today. You know, so like I told you in the first few episodes, you know, we're gonna be talking about a lot of trending topics. Me and Luce, we're gonna be giving our reactions, our opinions on all these trending topics. So what we do is we gather up a lot of trending topics that go on everybody's radar in the past week. So basically, whatever's trending in the past week, we gather it up. If everyone's talking about it, if it's on your local news, if it's on your national news, our goal is to, if it's trending, then our goal is to, we're gonna bring it up to our show and we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna give our perspective, right? How you feel about that, Luz, right?
I feel good about that.
And I think the people gonna love it because it's us giving our reactions to it. Mm-hmm. They want to hear our opinions. They want to hear our perspective on things. And there's a lot of things happening every week. Every day there's something new popping up on our timeline. Mm-hmm. If you're active on social media, then you're going to see that how social media works. There's always something trending. But sometimes you got to be very careful too, because right now the AI is taking over. So you got to kind of be able to filter out what's real and what's not. There's a lot of crazy AI videos that I've been seeing, and I know it's AI. I could just tell. You know, sometimes a lot of the videos have this trademarking on it, this watermark. It's called Sora, S-O-R-A. You'll see the watermark all over the screen, and that's how you're kind of able to see if it's AI or AI generated. Sometimes the people in the editing part of it, they try to blur it out. Mm-hmm. They try to blur it out, but you could tell that it was blurred out because you'll see a little blur watermark on the screen. Yeah. It'll bounce on your screen up and down. You'll see it.
Well, see, I never noticed that.
Yeah, so I've been peeping because I'll be alert. I've been watching everything. So now you'll see a watermark. Mm-hmm. A watermark meaning that it's like when you do CapCut or when you do certain programs. Yeah. And you didn't pay for the full program but for itself, they'll have a watermark all over the screen. That's called a watermark. So if you try to download it and post it, mm-hmm. and if you didn't buy the whole program, like the monthly subscription, it'll leave a watermark on there to show that they still. Oh, that's called a watermark all over the video. So Sora, I think that's how you pronounce it, S-O-R-A. Yeah. It's a lot of people have been using that app. Mm-hmm. It's AI generated videos, and they're creating fake. You could put your picture, your face in the thing, and you could create a whole storyline. Yeah. Like it's actually good for like certain businesses, and like if you have a raw vision, you could use it, and you don't need no editor. You don't gotta shoot the nothing because they generate it for you.
Yep.
Like, it's crazy. Like, I've been watching some, I don't know, have you been seeing that?
No, I have.
Where the people use themselves?
No, I've been seeing it a lot.
A lot.
And it's like you can't even tell the difference at times
You
if
can't.
you don't know what to look for.
Yeah.
Because there's so many stories out there right now that, people believe because it's was created by AL, but you didn't know it. You didn't know it. So it's confusing because I was like, oh my God. I brought it to your attention.
Yeah. Which one? Which video?
When it was, they were saying that T.I.'s son.
Oh, yeah. Was that AI
and
generated?
I'm like, yes.
That was AI generated.
Like,
Man, thank God that wasn't real news. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess she seen something about like it was like a fake something going on with T.I.'s son. And like it was wild. She told me about it. I didn't hear about it, but it came across her timeline. And so there's a lot of things running across our timelines, and we all got to be very careful on what we consume with the social media stuff now these days, because with Instagram, with Facebook, with TikTok, because a lot of people are like, it's going crazy with the AI.
Exactly.
Like really insane. So you got to kind of have a vision, and you got to kind of know what's real and fake. You got to go with your intuition, but you can kind of see it. I could tell now. I'm already like, because I've been watching everything, so I could tell if it's AI, but the shit be looking good. Sorry for my cursing, you know what I'm saying? Kids watching and stuff. But let's laugh on that. So basically, yeah, you got to be careful these days with that, because the AI is taking over. You know what I'm saying? And I got a couple notes that we're also going to talk about with the AI taking over with jobs. Like, there's a lot of different things that AI is taking over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so basically, with that, there've been a lot of, Sora videos running around, and you got to be able to kind of see. So I wanted to put that out there too for the old people that don't know how that works. They might see a video, old people like 60, 70, 50, they might think it's real. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a mind F, if you know what I'm saying, with the F part. It could be a mind twister. You know what I'm saying? It could mess with your mind. And especially the elder, that they don't even know how to mess with these smart devices these days. A lot of them don't. They come from the old days of old school. So like now with all this new stuff that you got to catch up to, because that's what's going on. 2025, the world's going, you got to catch up to technology and what's going on. If not, you're going to get left behind. And then if not, you're going to be stuck in the old-fashioned era. And when something comes across your timeline, you're going to see it and you're going to probably believe it. I'm talking about, AI is showing some crazy stuff, like world domination stuff. Like it'll show a war. It'll show like some crazy things going on. And so like the elder and maybe even kids too, like, these days, a lot of kids be on their phone stuck. Parents are giving the kids their phone. Here, go on the phone. And, so even that, with the smartphones these days and social media and everything, we got to be careful what these kids consume as well. And the older, because they probably won't be able to tell the difference.
Exactly.
From real or fake. You understand what
I'm saying?
saying?
I didn't tell. And
That's what I'm saying.
I'm always on social media.
And you're always on. So some things be just it looks so real.
Exactly.
So that's why I wanted to talk about that. Like that stuff is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but the matter of fact, now that we're talking about the AI, I'm gonna go into a couple things about AI. Let me see if I find it right here. And we're gonna go. You could plop this one on the screen, and let me know if it shows. What? Oh, okay. Okay. I got you right now. Boo. Yeah. So basically, there's a lot of things happening. Yeah, it should be good now. There's a lot of things happening with AI. So one of the notes that I gathered out this week that went viral is going to be, I'm going to show y'all right now. And it's going to be on your screen right now. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them. Let me know when it's up there. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can see this now right here, right? So basically, it says UPS ain't hiring any more jobs, right? UPS is cutting 48,000 jobs after Amazon's 14,000. AI officially spinning the block on everybody's paycheck. So I wanted to talk about that as well. Like basically, you see the robot taking over people's jobs, actual humans. So it's even to that point with AI. Like they over here, these big companies, they're trying to replace humans with AI technology. I think that's nuts.
It's been like that. Well, they spoke about this years ago.
Yeah.
About nurses, replacing nurses with AI and all this stuff, and like the future.
Yeah, the future.
So now it's coming
reality. You know what I'm saying? So that is a wild thing. You could take that one off the screen real quick. I wanted to show y'all that real fast. You know what I'm saying? And then hold on, let me go over here. Boom. Give me 1 second. Whoa. Yeah, so what about you? Anything else on AI that you ran across?
No.
You know, you ever
these past days I basically, like, there was some music that I had seen. There was actually some music there from who was it? Oh my God. Chris Brown.
Was it AI?
It was AI because I was looking for it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I said, let me look for it for YouTube. It was nice.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't on YouTube because I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Because AI created it.
Yeah.
So.
I'm going to read something else, too. A team of researchers reportedly using OpenAI's protein engineering tech just made one of the craziest breakthroughs in modern science, reversing aging. Remember, I was talking to you about this like yesterday, I think it was.
Crazy.
So reversing aging, they're even they're coming up with technology with AI. They're trying to they're reversing aging, and then it says they combine Nobel Prize winning Yamanaka factor research with AI, creating a system that can make old cells biologically young again. Early tests showing 50-year-old cells repairing themselves like they were in their 20s in just 1 week. Like they're literally doing this in 1 week. Like they're working on cells. Mm-hmm. So this is some wild. That's wild. In a few years, humans could take a simple shot to reset their bodies from the inside out.
Yeah, and I believe it because it already been happening before AI. And the reason I say that is because...
You can put this one on the screen too. Go ahead, keep going.
And the reason I say that is because I watched the Kim Kardashian show.
Yeah, tell me about it.
And the Kim Kardashian was with is Kim Kardashian, the mom, and all them.
Yeah.
And they went to see this doctor over there in Hollywood, wherever they're at.
Okay.
And recently, the mom looks just like him.
Okay. What's her name? The mom's name. I forgot her name. Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner. Yep.
So now she looks very young. She looks like him.
Wild.
Beautiful.
Because you think it's something like that, or
of course, these people got money.
Yeah.
So these people are gonna find out about all these little things, knickknacks and things to make you young and make you live longer, and they could pay for it because they can afford it. But now this has been happening for a while. Yeah. And she is now looking like Kim Kardashian.
Like Kim Kardashian. So they're probably already paying. It might cost a lot of money. Who knows what direction that's going in. But if you look on the screen right now, it's right on top of your screen. You'll see the guy with the image, old face, and then the young face. Just imagine this stuff, which I think is going to probably go in that direction.
Oh, yeah.
Because the world's changing and right in front of our eyes. We're seeing everything on our smartphones, like literally. Exactly. You could take that one off the screen as well. So, you know, the AI stuff is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Wild stuff on the AI. You know what I'm saying? So that's enough with the AI right now. Any more AI stuff that comes along, you know, in the weeks coming on, we're definitely going to talk about it. Like, we're going to keep bringing up, you know, we brought up Sora, those auto-generated videos by AI. Look out for those watermarks. You're going to be able to tell if the video's fake. I mean, you should be able to tell it's fake. They look so real. And then we covered about these other AIs with the jobs. Like, so any new AI news, we're going to definitely cover it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about it. We're going to bring this to the attention because our goal is to give it to the people. And because there might be some people that it haven't came across their radar. You know what I'm saying?
Well, on Facebook it's there a lot. Yeah. And on TikTok.
Okay.
Because right now you could go to AI. If you download the AI generator or whatever.
All those things,
you put your face and they make you a whole video with you in it.
Crazy.
So you don't even have to pay
That's what I'm saying.
Cameras or any of this because they do it for you.
Yo, I'm telling you. It opened up my mind. And I know a lot of content creators are using this right now. Like I've seen some content creators already using it. Like they don't even, like you said, they don't even got to pull out the cameras no more. They don't even got to put in the work.
It's a lot easier.
So easy.
You just all you have to do is put a couple words of what you want the video to be.
That's it.
And it creates it for you. It makes a story and everything for you.
Detailed. Wild stuff. You know, that's insane. I haven't got to that point where I know how to mess with it yet, but I gotta catch up to this shit because this shit is nuts.
And it's less than a couple $100 you guys pay for videos.
Yeah, well, because basically you download the app or you purchase the app
monthly.
You boom, and then you don't even gotta pay a videographer, nothing to do.
Yep, exactly.
I'm talking about it writes your whole. It could write a whole resume for you, a whole.
It creates it.
Creates a whole business plan. This thing does it all. I'm telling you, AI is the new future. We definitely got to adapt. We definitely got to catch on to what's going on because the world is changing right in front of our eyes with this AI.
No, exactly.
I like it. I ain't gonna lie. I like this whole AI thing.
It's creative.
Very creative. It's stuff. It's stuff instantly. Everything's coming out instantly, and this is. I love it. I love the whole AI thing. You know what I'm saying? Also, let me see what else we're gonna chop it up about. I got some raw news. I wanted to talk about. I know everybody heard about what happened with the hurricane Melissa. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about that now. Anybody affected in Jamaica with this hurricane that just happened a few days ago, you could put this in the screen. These are a couple images I'm going to share. I think this one was AI generated, this little thing there. But this is basically what Jamaica was going through with Hurricane Melissa. It reached a history. Wow. It reached a historical thing. Like basically this never happened. Like this is a category 5. The winds were over 200 miles per hour. Our condolences to any lives lost in Haiti and in Jamaica. Cause a couple islands were hit, what I'm saying? It wasn't just Jamaica, but Jamaica, this was their first ever worst.
Yeah, it was a category
5. It was the worst ever in history. They never had this. Wow. So it suffered a lot. The island suffered a lot. A lot of homes, a lot of people losing homes. Power's out right now. It's probably still out even to this day that we're doing this podcast right now. It's probably still, the power's probably still gone. I have a couple Jamaican friends that, when I seen them, I was asking them, their family's good, things like that. And they were saying that their family, they told me that a lot of the countryside got hit up. So some of the Jamaican people I know, some of their families lived in the city areas. And he was telling me that the country was really what got
we're more the poor more the poor version.
Yeah.
Lo
campo.
But if you look at that picture, it kind of actually looks like Egypt those days back in the day. It looks like one of those pictures that you would see in the Bible,
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So Hurricane Melissa, category 5, the winds were over 200, Haiti. There were some lives lost in this tragic, in this hurricane, you know what I'm saying? So our condolences to everybody's families that were affected by this. With that, I wanted to talk about that because Jamaica, you could take that one off the screen. I'm gonna give you another image as well. This is what it looked like. This is what it looked like on the meteor. You could put this one on. From the satellite down, this is what the hurricane, you see the eye, right? The eye right there, you know what I'm saying? And this is what it looked like on the meteorologist point of view from the satellites, you know what I'm saying? This is what it looked like, So it was wild, man. Those images right there are crazy. You could take that one off as well, boom. Let me see. I might have, give me 1 second. Okay, let me read about it. Okay, so Hurricane Melissa just made landfall in Jamaica as a Category 5 storm. Officials are warning it could be catastrophic damage to the country. Here's a quick rundown on what to know. What the hurricane is like. Melissa made landfall around 1 p.m. This was last week, guys, near New Hope, Jamaica. Wow. At 185 winds, but I heard that even after this posting right now, it went up to over 200. It was really up there, And it says it makes it the strongest storm on record to smash into the country. Melissa is also tied as the second strongest hurricane in Atlantic history in terms of wind speed. And then it says, what's coming next, Melissa will track directly over Jamaica for the next few hours, bringing catastrophic winds, flooding rain, and life-threatening storm surge. Central parts of Jamaica could see as much as 30 inches of rain over the next 2 days. That was Meteorologist Service reported this. Yeah. To me, that is nuts. You know what I'm saying? To me,
it is 30 inches of rain.
Yeah.
Imagine that. That's like you underwater, basically.
Yeah. So that's what going on with that. With the hurricane. So I definitely wanted to touch base, and talk about that. This all happened this past week. You know what I'm saying? So like I was telling you guys, like we're giving you guys news and trending stuff that's happening from the week prior. So since we haven't recorded in almost 2 weeks, it's almost been like our last podcast was probably like 3 weeks ago. So we missed like a couple Mondays because our goal was to, record on Mondays. So we missed like 2 Mondays, you know what I'm saying, from episode 4. So I'm touching news right now from like the hurricane just happened this past week. You know what I'm saying? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, like it happened this past week. And the AI stuff, that's all new news from this week that people were reporting. And so, we're touching up on, there was a lot of trending things happening in the past 2 weeks. Since we haven't recorded, I wanted to touch base. I wanted to talk about these things, you know what I'm saying? Because we missed out. So, but that's the thing. This podcast will shoot on Mondays. We're giving you guys whatever's happening trending. Me and Luz are gonna give our reaction, and we're gonna give our perspective and our opinions on what's going on, and we're gonna talk about whatever's trending. You know what I'm saying? Not whatever, but things that everybody's talking about and they want to
need to know.
That need to know. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. So our condolences to everybody affected with the Jamaica, hurricane and Haiti. And I got some Haiti friends too, man. Sapase. And you already know what it is, man. I love y'all, man. And I pray that y'all families is good. And I pray that the government and the president does something and sends aid fast over there. Mm-hmm. They need to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're going to have to reconstruct everything now again because damage.
Yeah. So, the government definitely needs help. So President Trump, if you're watching this, you better help, please. You know what I'm saying? They need help. Because right now, another thing I wanted to talk about was I wanted to touch base on the food stamp thing now. Now that we're on the government thing, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that was trending this past couple weeks for a while now was this food stamps thing that they're taking the food stamps away from the people. And I definitely wanted to shed light on the food stamp thing. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you feel about that, man? About the food stamps? There's families out there, mothers with kids and single parents, fathers and mothers with children. There's a lot of real disabled people, that are really affected by this that really need food stamps. Like, what do you feel about this topic?
It's just sad. It's sad how these people make decisions without thinking of the consequences of these single mothers are out there struggling to, try to raise their children by themselves, and they're taking away food stamps and all this stuff. I work with people. So when I heard about this, I heard about it through my job. Yeah. Through the families I work with. And they were concerned, so they called me. They told me about their concerns that, food stamps on November 1st was going to be taken away. How were they going to survive? How were they going to feed their children? Yeah. So what I chose to do is find them a listing of all types of pantries, food pantries out there, churches. I provided them with the churches that give breakfast, lunch, dinner. Yeah. Yeah, and stuff like that.
And you sent me a link of a photo with a phone number for emergency food assistance. You could put that on the screen now too. Yeah. Because I remember you sent me this, and we're gonna put this on the screen. So if anybody in Massachusetts or anywhere, but right now I think this emergency food assistance for Massachusetts.
This Massachusetts Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the number's right there. MEFP 617-659-0748. And if you guys need any other services, just press 211, and that's in the state of Massachusetts.
Yeah, and then you can take that one off the screen real quick. So hopefully y'all can screenshot that and take that. I'm going to get you something else that I had. So local food and assistance programs, given the possibility of change to the resources and support available to family, we want to help Springfield families have access to information that can help to stay prepared. Below is a link for the community food resources that are available to assist households. We encourage you to keep this list handy to share with your friends and neighbors who might also benefit. So one of the businesses is called Local Resources. Project Bread, list of food and resources in your neighborhood. The website, I'm gonna spell it out for y'all, is projectbread.org. So projectbread.org. You could go there, and then the phone number for that one for Local Resources 800-645-8333. And then we have a food bank of Western Mass, list of foods and resources in your neighborhood. Website, foodbankwma.org. You could go there. So I'm going to repeat that again. Foodbankwma.org. You go there and they'll give you a list of information like Luz was saying. And then the phone number to that is 413-247-9738 or 888-792-4523. So, and then there's another one. It's called Ways to Contribute. You can also, I think, contribute to
donate.
help people out. It's called United Way of Pioneer Valley contribution site. The website is uwpv.org. I'm gonna repeat it again. uwpv.org, and the phone number on that one is 413-737-2691. And so these are informations for the people out there that is in need, because they're saying that they're going to take it away, and I think that's tragic. You know what I'm saying?
No, it is.
It's horrible.
But they also were saying that I don't like actually talking about politics and stuff like that, because I don't really like getting into it.
Understandable.
But one thing I'm going to say is that they were saying that supposedly this was happening for the reason that they're trying to have everybody working at least 35 hours or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And they were trying to, and the reason they took the food stamps away is because they're trying to help. And I love helping a lot of people.
Yes.
But I feel that they should be helping the people that are here in the United States first, before they could help other people. Because right now, us that are even working and have a full-time job, sometimes struggle too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing out there to help us out.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to take this away from the people here in America to help those, the immigration, the people that are coming from other countries like Puerto Rico or other states or whatever.
Yes.
And that's fine.
That's fine.
But they should be able to help the people that are in need here first before they could give to those.
But also give to those and help those others as well.
Exactly.
Well, we definitely support all that. But what Luz is saying is true. Help America, but also help other countries as well, but help America. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this is where you guys are at, and you guys are trying to take food stamps away from people that really need. And we think that it shouldn't be, because the food stamps comes from taxpayers' money. And if a lot of people in the United States are working and they're paying these taxes, and the food stamps is coming from taxes, there's people out there that there's humans out there that really need this food assistance program, So, but definitely help everybody else. We're about that. We're about helping the whole world. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're about as well. Like, we are definitely supportive of that. And we need our government to step up strongly. And other governments as well, all over the world. Like, they need to come together and stop the BS. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I really want to curse, but I'm gonna keep it clean. Stop the BS.
Keep it clean.
I'm gonna keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? For the people. So we're off that. You know what I'm saying? But the information we just gave you guys that for these programs for food assistance. So if you're one of these people that, your food stamps gets cut off, or they give you guys like less money, or they cut it, or whatever it is, don't be afraid to go to these assistance programs and get this help, because you might have kids that really need it. So don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed, man. Go to these churches. Go to these these programs that have these food. They are willing to give you a bag of food to bring to your home. Do not be embarrassed. Go ahead and do that. I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate on that. Like, basically, go do that.
Exactly. And that's not the only thing they give you. Yep. Because if you're struggling, obviously, if you're struggling to have to get some food and stuff like that for you and your children, then obviously you're going to be struggling also to probably support your children with clothing and all this stuff. And there's churches out there that give you stuff like that too. It doesn't mean that, some people look at it in a bad way. Like, oh my God, I got to this extreme or whatever. It's not that you got yourself to that extreme. Is that the government put us there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to do what you got to do to support and help your children and, try to make it look or seem like nothing's wrong.
Yes.
As parents. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, but definitely take the help that these, like Lou said, that these churches are giving out. You got to take that help. If you need it, you take it. You got kids. Put your pride to the side, basically, is what I'm going to say. Put your pride to the side and show up, and feed these kids, feed these elderly people that are disabled that really need it. There's a lot of, kids that are innocent. There's older people, there's elderly people that are truly disabled and they can't get out their house, and they might be wheelchair accessible, and they might be, in crutches or whatever. They might have a real severe disability. Step up to the plate and don't be embarrassed to go to these places and get this help. The help is there. You just got to look for it. But like I said, we just gave you some information there. If you're in the Massachusetts area, some of those numbers are 800 numbers. You could probably reach those out if you're in a different state.
But Massachusetts, you could always press 211. 211 is all of Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. They pick up the phone. They ask you what location you're in, what you're looking for. You tell them, and they provide you with all these numbers that you could get the help from.
Yep. Thank you, Luz. And you guys take this. Like I said, this video is going to be uploaded, so you can rewind it, and you could just rewind it as many as you, and write everything down. Write the numbers down, and go all that route. So now, on another news I wanted to talk about, let's talk about this other thing that was happening. I'm going to read it first. Let me see where we at. So I know everybody heard about the aggressive monkeys. The aggressive monkeys that got on the loose from a truck. And it was on everybody's radar, right? Mm-hmm. So it was carrying literally monkeys, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was carrying aggressive monkeys infected with hepatitis C, herpes, and COVID. Crashed on a Mississippi interstate, according to the Jasper County Sheriff's Department. All but one of the monkeys has been destroyed, but the last monkey remains at large. So that was wild.
And that's in Mississippi.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? That was in Mississippi.
It's crazy because it reminds me of the movie Outbreak.
Yeah.
Remember when back in the day when they came out with that it was like gorilla, the little monkeys, and they had
you just said Outbreak.
Yeah, Outbreak. Yeah. And it was actually happening, and they were escaping and stuff like this back in the day.
Yeah.
And now it's coming right back.
Yeah. Oh, so this happened before, years ago.
Years ago.
Like, I'm probably 5 years old. Was I even born or no?
That was a long time ago.
You
were probably tiny.
For real?
You were probably small.
See, I don't remember
when
that.
Stuff like that happened.
That happened?
Yeah, because these people use animals. Remember?
Yeah.
They use animals.
Research labs. Yeah.
And experiment and do all this stuff, and that's what causes this.
That's exactly what it is.
And it's called the Outbreak.
Yeah. So
there you go.
So we just had one literally.
Watch the movie if you haven't watched it. It's really good.
No, I think I did watch it, but now this isn't real life happening right now with these monkeys.
No, for real.
I'm gonna put an image of the. You go ahead and show the image. Y'all look at that. You know what I'm saying? It shows literally. So that's crazy to me. Carrying hepatitis, herpes, and COVID infected with aggressive monkeys crashes in the Mississippi.
But I wonder how it crashed. Like, it lost control. Like, I don't know.
Like, how does that even happen? You know what I'm saying? And then, so hopefully by this time now that we're reporting this on our podcast, hopefully this last monkey was recovered, taken, disengaged or disarmed, or.
And if you guys know if he did get caught, let us know.
Crazy.
I don't.
This shit is nuts. Nah, for real. Because when I seen this, I was like, what the? It reminded me of Outbreak. Like,
no, for real.
Herpes, hepatitis. This is nuts. You know what I'm saying?
It's all in one.
Yeah, so you could take that one off the screen right there. You did? Good. That was.
We complained about when we had to get the COVID test. It has all these chemicals. Well, that one right there, if it gets caught and it's running around doing whatever, it has everything that shot had. It has it in them.
Yeah, but
it's infectious.
Yeah, but it's infectious, so that's very bad.
That's crazy.
So hopefully, I pray that nobody got near this monkey, and I pray that this monkey been caught. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that was wild news when I seen that. I was like, wow. What else we got here? There's a few things, man. There was another thing that local Springfield Public Schools announced that they will offer free breakfast and lunch to all students for the 2025 and 2026 school year under the community eligibility provision. So I thought that was pretty cool. You could put that picture on there. I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of news that we want to hear.
Yeah, because this is what was causing families to be, because, okay, if people are struggling with money and trying to give a meal to their children.
Yes.
And then the food stamps are taken away. And you know that when you apply for free lunch, it's because of food stamp.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And they took the food stamp. So a lot of people were panicking on the food from school.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody fought for it and everything. Now they have the lunches. So that, at least that's a plus. Because sometimes if you don't have a meal at home, at least you're having one, at school, that you're having at least something in your system.
Yeah, they said breakfast and lunch. So that's pretty good, So I wanted to report that for the schools out there because our kids go to, everybody's kids. They go to school and they deserve to get this free lunch. They definitely do. You could take that one off the screen too. So I wanted to talk about that, you know what I'm saying? So what else are we going to talk about? I want to talk about some rest in pieces, man. I know you guys, everyone heard about, legendary R&B artist D'Angelo. He passed away, man, pancreatic cancer. And he was fighting this battle quietly, you know what I'm saying? And he's a legendary R&B artist from back in the days. He had an album called Brown Sugar. Like he was on top of his game. A lot of Grammy nominations. Like legend. Everybody should know about D'Angelo. But this happened about, I think it was a week ago or a week and a half ago. He passed away. I was going to talk about it in episode 4. We were supposed to shoot it 2 weeks ago. So we didn't air. So now we're airing today. So I wanted to shed light on that. I wanted to pay my respects to the family, our condolences from Massive Talk Podcast to the family and friends on D'Angelo. Do you remember D'Angelo, like his music and all that?
Yeah. I remember. I just don't remember the titles of the music. That was back in the day.
Yeah, yep. So basically, he was legend, you know what I'm saying, for the ladies and he was like a sex symbol for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Old school. He was just legend. That's all I can say about this. D'Angelo, amazing artist. Rest in peace to him. Because I'm fighting cancer, and I wanted to shed light on this. Too. But I'm beating cancer. And in Jesus' name, the cancer's already out of my body. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing good, with that. Thank God. And thank God to Dana Farber, But I wanted to talk about this one, because, he was fighting cancer, behind closed doors. And it touched home, There's a few celebrities that did that, They battle, quietly. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the public to know until it's the last, moment or whatever, So our condolences to that. You could take that one off the screen too. Boom. You know what I'm saying? A few legendary people have passed away. Legendary Kiss guitarist Ace Frehley has died at age 74. I don't know exactly what he passed away from, but our condolences to him and his family and friends. And he was a legendary guitarist for the legendary Kiss group. It was a rock band. I'm going to put the image of him here. This is him right there. You know what I'm saying? That's him. You know what I'm saying? TMZ reported this. This also happened in probably the same week. So I wanted to shed light to these legends, rock stars. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm a musician. I'm a hip-hop artist. I'm a rap artist. And I've been doing music for a lot of years. So I'm going to talk, anything with music, especially if they, these legends pass away, I'm going to talk about them, and I'm going to pay my respects to them and to their family and friends on it because I'm an artist. I do music. A lot of people that know me, they know that, I do music. So this is definitely, it touches my heart, and I'm going to always shed light to that. And these are legends. These are all legends. I'm talking about these. They sold out arenas. They've been in the game for like 40, mad years since I was little. You know what I'm saying? Like a young kid. You could take that one off the screen too. Rest in peace to Ace Frehley. Another one is Sam Rivers, bassist and backing vocalist of rock band Limp Bizkit. I know you guys know who that is. A lot of y'all might not know. Yeah, that one's on there. A lot of people, a lot of y'all might not know, but I know if you're into the music industry and you know about this music stuff and rock bands and just bands, period, Sam Rivers, he passed away also too. So we lost a few legends in the past couple weeks. We also lost Ozzy Osbourne. That was probably last month, legendary him. We didn't get to report about that, but I want to pay my respects to his family and friends. Condolences to you guys from our podcast to your family. He was definitely a legend too. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about hits. You know, for the people that love that genre of music, they had a big fan base. These guys are. I'm talking about big. They sold 40,000, 50,000 people stadiums. Like they filled up stadiums. You know, of a lot of people.
Yeah, and he actually performed, because he's been sick for a while already. His wife, has been taking care of him.
Yes.
And he did his last concert.
Yeah.
And the last song that he performed, I watched it actually.
Okay, that's dope.
And it was called "Mama, I'm Coming Home."
Okay.
So his mom has passed.
Yeah.
And he was just letting her know, I'm on my way.
That's kind of like his last words.
Yep.
His last
And
concert,
then,
he said that.
Yep. And he passed away, and then now, his wife that was left here, now she's struggling.
Now she's
Sharon
going through
Osbourne.
it. Yeah, man, because they've been together forever.
Yeah, ever.
She was a major supporter of his whole life. Like that was her husband. She was in his business side. Like, she was there in his corner all the way through his last breath. You know what I'm saying? So our condolences to Ozzy Osbourne and his family, and our condolences to Sam Rivers as well. We don't know what Sam Rivers passed away from, but we know that he did pass away, and we do know that he is legendary. And so shout out to his bandmates. Condolences to his bandmates. Condolences to his family and his friends. And you could take that one off the screen too as well. But I wanted to show those images. We all know that, you could put this one on the screen too. We're talking about boxing right now. So Jake Paul and Tank Davis, they're fighting November 14th on a Friday. That's coming up around the corner. That's going to be a big fight. They just added on the card, they added Anderson Silva and Chris Weidman to the fight. So a lot of people that know about UCF, I mean UFC, not UCF. UCF is the university in Orlando, Florida, the college, the university. Shout out to them. But so if you guys know about all that, Anderson comes from that. He comes from fighting like that. So now he's boxing, on a professional boxing level. They added him to the card. So this is going to be an interesting fight.
Who you go for?
So for the Jake Paul and Tank Davis, I'm definitely going for Tank Davis. I don't want Jake Paul, because I like Tank Davis. Like I really like from the beginning. I love the way he fights.
Yep.
He's an amazing fighter. So I'm gonna always go with Tank Davis. I think he's talking about retiring after this fight. So I'm going for Tank on that one. And then for the Anderson Silva and the Weidman, I'm going for Anderson Silva. I never seen Chris Weidman fight, but you never know. He might take it because that's what happened in the Terrence Crawford and Canelo fight. I was going for Canelo because he's legendary and he's always been a fan of Canelo, and he was always winning. You know what I'm saying? And so when he came to fight Terrence Crawford, I didn't know how good Terrence Crawford was. So I'm over here like, Canelo, Canelo, Team Canelo. And then when that fight happened and I'm watching it in front of my eyes, Terrence Crawford was a beast. I'm talking about, he was so clean, nasty fighter. I'm talking about raw. I was surprised. I was watching this fight. I'm like, so yeah, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that happened. And so, basically, that might happen with this fight right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going for Anderson Silva.
Let us know who you guys go for.
Yeah, in the comments, let us know what's going on.
November 14 at 10 o'clock on Netflix.
On Netflix. This is promoted by MVP, which is Jake Paul's promotional company. And he's the one that's setting up all these fights, paying everybody. He got super breast, so he's paying everybody all these millions. Yeah, so it's very interesting. I can't wait for that fight. That's going to be exciting. You could take that one off the screen as well. Boom. So I wanted to report that. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that. Matter of fact, I wanted to ask you, who are you going for? Because I know you're into that sometimes. Who are you going for?
I don't know.
So Tank Davis and Jake Paul, who are you going for there?
I'm like, not sure. I'm not sure who I'm going for yet.
Yeah.
I will have to do a little bit more research so I can make my choice, because I don't really know about them boxers like that. I love boxing.
Yeah, because you used to watch boxing too.
Yeah. I like Tyson, Foreman, all them.
Exactly. That's back in the day, so that's real.
Back in the day. Yeah. After that, it hasn't been.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I gotta get back to watching.
So right now, off the whim, who would you pick? Just say it. Either Jake Paul or Tank Davis. or Anderson? Just throw it
I don't
out.
know, Jake Paul.
Jake Paul. You're going with
I'm
Jake
gonna
Paul?
go with Jake Paul.
He's been winning all these fights. You know what I'm saying?
Everything. I didn't know that.
A lot of people have been calling him a boxer, and a lot of people be like, nah, they want him to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's the one hosting all these events. Mm-hmm. So I don't see him losing because he's paying these people.
Yeah.
But it would be sad for me to watch Tank Davis lose to Jake Paul. He's smaller too. Mm-hmm. Tank Davis is smaller than Jake Paul. Jake Paul is like towering, like he's bigger than him. You know, pause. But yeah, that's what's going on with that fight. I'm going for Tank, and then I'm going for Anderson Silva because to me, I've been watching these guys for years. Legendary. Mm-hmm. Weidman, though, you never know. Chris Weidman, he might win. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you never know. It might be the day for him to win.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And take Anderson out. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what else we're going to chop it up about. Boom. Local news. I wanted to talk about this young kid. So there's this young boxer, right? His name is Yaimil Lozada. He's from local here from 413. Mm-hmm. I wanted to shed light on him on my podcast because I know him, number one. I met him, at my gym, LA Fitness, about a year and some change ago. And, right? And he was recently trending on our news for, like, belts. Like, this guy got champions. He's a boxer. This kid's a boxer. He plays sports. He's only 14 years old, and he was just on the news recently on Western Mass, and they did an interview on him. And, I'm going to read a little bit on it right now. So, a Libertas Academy charter school student balances grades with gold as the honorable boxer earns his greatest victory yet. At the age of 14, with just 4 years of experience under his belt, Yaimil Lozada is always ready when the bell rings. And with over a 4.0 GPA, that's fire. You know what I'm saying? That's really, really great. That doesn't just apply to a school bell. He says, I wake up around 6:20 a.m. I come to school at 7:30 a.m. Every day I have time for all the sports I do. He does drumline, he does boxing, he does basketball. So he plays a few different sports. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's pretty dope. Like I said, I met him playing basketball at the gym in LA Fitness, and there's usually just big guys playing their paws. There's always big people, you know what I'm saying, adults, right? And the day I met him, I think I had next. I think I had next to play, and I was building my team, and he was trying to play as well, and I ended up picking him up on my team. I was like, come on, you can play with me on my team. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, yo, I play with the big guys too. Like, they think they're trying to underestimate me. Like I'm little, whatever. Yeah. And they try to, and he's like, I'll play with the big guys. Like I'm really good. And you could tell, because he does boxing and everything, so you could tell he's very active, and he could keep up, basically. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, don't judge a book by its cover.
Don't judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? So I put him on my team, and before, we were waiting for the next game to finish, and then we had next. And I think I picked up him and his cousin, and then like two other people or one other person. It was me. Two other people. Yeah. It was a 5-on-5, right? And we didn't win that game. We lost, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? We were just doing it I'm in the gym, so I was doing it for the cardio. He was also doing it for the cardio, and it's fine. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win.
Exactly.
But before that, before our game was picked up and we played, we chopped it up. You know what I'm saying? And we followed each other on social media. He was telling me at that time about his boxing career. We had that conversation because he was telling me, he goes to school. So I was giving him advice too, stay in school, keep doing good, get them grades good. I was telling him keep them grades up. But he was telling me about his boxing career. And then he ended up showing me images. Like he was like, yo, look, boom, boom. So while we were following each other on social media, you could see his postings was about boxing. And I was telling him myself, I'm an artist, and all these things. He was looking at me like, oh, were you an artist? And I'm like, yeah. So I showed him so we followed each other. I showed him my social media. And I was telling him that I'm very well known in the, Western Mass area with music. You know what I'm saying? So he was inspired by that as well. And then he was telling me about his boxing career. So we shared that. We shared the boxing career, the music career. And, I gave him good advice, tell him to stay in school, keep them grades up. He was telling me that his dad, Milton Lozada, is always in his corner. He was telling me that his dad was a boxer back in the days, and his dad is his coach. Yeah. Right? and his dad is always in his corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was talking about his dad really good. You know what I'm saying? And I was inspired by that. I was motivated. I was like, that was dope. Seeing the father and son, do that, put in that work.
No, and that shows what kind of parents he has, because parents like that keep your children doing sports and occupied and all this, it prevents or avoids them from going out in the streets and doing selling drugs or doing things that they shouldn't be doing.
Yes.
So I give him props, the parents props, because they're raising a great child.
Yeah, we definitely give him props. Yeah, man. So I was inspired by this. But what was wild about it, so we've been following each other for a long time because of that situation at the gym. We played on the same team together that day. We linked up. I met his dad like a week later. He ended up introducing me to his dad. We chopped it up, right? And, just a few days ago, maybe like 4 or 5 days ago, he made it on the news. So when I seen that, I was so happy. I was like, yo, I know this kid. You know what I'm saying? And I was actually telling Darius about him, because Darius goes to Whitley's boxing gym and he boxes. So me and him are always sharing boxing stories. So I was telling him about this kid. We were just talking about this kid about boxing because, my boy Darius, he boxes at Whitley's. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm into that whole boxing thing. You know what I'm saying? I love it. But when he made it on the news, I was like, what? Like, I was happy. You know what I'm saying? Because I just made it on the news in August about my music stuff. And then, boom, here you go. Another person that I know made it on the news, this kid.
And a young kid.
Young kid. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he won medals. I want to share the picture. Can I show him? Can we show him? Show the kid. This is him. I got a picture of the kid right here rocking his Puerto Rico medal. Mm-hmm. He won the gold medal in Puerto Rico just recently, and that's what got the attention on the news.
The World Cup, what was it?
I'm gonna show the video now. They're gonna talk about it. But it has to be with I think the Olympics in Puerto Rico, something like that.
The World Olympics.
He won the gold medal. You know what I'm saying? So this is him right here. Shout out to him, Yaimil. Keep doing great. Mm-hmm. Yo, this is very inspiring and motivation for the youth. Like, the kids got to look up to this.
Yeah.
And parents as well. Stick in your corners. Stick in your kids' corner. Like, support them. This is the type of outcomes that come out of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? When parents are in the kid's life like this, and sports especially with their grades, number one, they got to keep their grades. Their academics got to be on point. This kid got a 4.0 GPA. And I pray that he keeps it up. He's 14 years old. I want him to graduate with a 4.0 and then take it to higher levels. But I see this kid going professional.
Oh, yeah.
Like pro, for real. Mm-hmm. I see this kid going pro. His dad's talking about he's already traveled to Mexico, different countries. I'm about to show a clip. You could take that one off the screen right there. Boom. And then I'm going to show a video clip of the actual news recording on this. And we're going to show this now. And this is going to be here. I want everybody to watch this. You could go ahead and show that.
That takes us to Springfield, where a local student is balancing grades with gold.
Western Mass News reporter Tyler Braldi caught up with the honor roll boxer after he just earned his greatest victory yet.
From a drum beat to a different type of beating.
See that?
Yaimil Lozada is always ready when the bell rings. And with an over 4.0 GPA at Libertas Academy, that doesn't just apply to a ring bell.
I wake up like 6:20 around there. Come to school 7:30. Every day I have time for all the sports I do. So I do drumline, boxing, and basketball.
Fire. A feat made even more impressive.
I played basketball with him.
Look at his hardware. At just age 14, with 4 years of experience under his belt, you almost can't see him.
Look at the belts
under his belt.
Come on, man.
And while these plates represent everything from local to national titles, Yaimil says a gold medal from his trip to Puerto Rico's Copa Olimpica tournament last month is his greatest accomplishment to date.
Olympia.
That was my first fight that I stopped, which was like really amazing for me. Knowing that you made yourself proud and making like your parents proud and stuff like that, it really helps like your confidence to keep going.
With his trainer being his father, Milton, his parents have quite literally been in his corner since day one.
I won the 2014 New England champion.
Fire.
And now
Milton is that.
9 years later, you won the New England champion too.
So his father has won a medal too.
Yeah,
so it was like,
2014.
It was pretty good.
Fire.
That makes me feel good. I told him
I feel good too, y'all. I do.
We got it.
Building up to today, where the duo get ready for
Look at him. He got skills, bro. The way he moves in the ring, he's nasty.
Taking on international competition.
On bro, it's nasty.
Look at that.
2026, we're gonna be traveling.
To Italy.
Canada's coming down here. We're gonna go Italy. Italy's coming down here again. We might go to Mexico, and Mexico's coming down here.
Yes, you are. It's gonna happen.
Until then, though, when this fighter says he's focusing on making an impact, he doesn't just mean with his hands.
They use me as inspiration for other kids.
Yes, they are.
Examples as a good student. So it makes me feel like I have to keep doing what I'm doing so I can make more people proud and more people inspired by me.
Yep. Reporting in Springfield, Tyler Baraldi, Western Mass.
He's your local sports authority.
Fire. That right there. Yeah, what you think about that? Like that whole thing.
I think it's a beautiful thing. I think that's what happens. That's the outcome of when there is parents that are focused on their children.
Yeah.
These children want to do more.
Yeah.
And they want to explore, but in good things, not bad things.
Exactly. So I want to give a round of applause for that. I loved that story. Yo, Yaimil, I want to see you go far. And, hopefully we can put the Mass Double logo on your shorts when you go pro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I think I told him that too. And I was like, yo, if you go pro, we can put my logo on your shorts. For real. That's like, we need to make that happen, Yaimil. Yo, Yaimil, Milton, salute to y'all. Yo, for real, you got my support all the way through. And I would love to go to some fights. Me and Luce, we would love to go to some fights. So please give us some tickets. Let's go. We ready.
That'd be awesome.
For real.
That'd be awesome.
We ready to do that, man. That's fire, man. Shout out to y'all. Oh, wait, hold on. I wanted to also talk about I want to talk about BellyGang Yola.
Oh, my God.
He was trending. Yeah, let's laugh on that because that's my guy. He's very funny. So Druski, the comedian Druski, this happened like about 11 days ago. My boy Yola went viral. That's your boy too. That's your best friend's son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to talk about this, you know what I'm saying? Because my boy went viral, 11 days ago. And I wanted to talk to it on my, I was supposed to air a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And I wanted to talk about this, but now, we're shooting today our 4th episode. So I got to talk about it because this was trending. He's from Holyoke, he's from where I'm from. And so Druski got a show called Could Have Been Records. And he had auditions in Boston with Mark Wahlberg. You heard? Yeah, the actor, the famous poppin' Mark. He's from Boston. Mark Wahlberg.
Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, all that. Was it? It was back. Yeah, was it? He was. He had. I think he was on doing it. I think he was doing his own solo thing too.
Yeah,
he was a hip hop artist.
Movies, everything.
Movies. So Druski had him as his judge with him to judge, and so they came to Boston. And my boy Yola went to Boston to do the auditions. And everybody that knows Yola, they know that Yola's a smart, funny individual. So he made it out there to promote his brand, and he actually made the cut on the edits for the show. And the thing went viral. I think it was October 22nd, which is probably like 11 days ago. And I wanted to share the clip on my on the podcast and talk about it so everybody could see, the clip. I wanted to share it on there. So we're gonna go into that, and we're gonna watch this and get our reaction to it. And this is it here. We could go ahead and put that on there.
There he is.
Right. Yeah.
All right, what's going on? How y'all doing, man?
Hell yeah.
Is that a C-section scar right up under the throat right there? Nah. You don't have no C-section. Nah, ain't no C-section.
He said, hell no, ain't no C-section.
That's a look. That's a poke.
That's a poke, yo.
C-section.
Mark Wahlberg funny.
Yeah, I know, that's a poke.
But in this case, that's definitely a C-section.
He's crazy.
He's like, what?
What do you got there?
He said, what do you got there?
Whipped cream, man.
The whipped cream. He's famous for the whipped cream.
BellyGang.
He be throwing them freaky parties, man. Shout out to him.
Sure, it's not a C-section. Nah. God damn it. I swear, man. All right. Yeah, thank you, man. Hey,
let him go through.
Thank you.
Appreciate
you, man. Definitely.
You can take that one off the screen.
I don't know if it's current. At some point, you've been pregnant.
But right here, Mark Wahlberg shots out
Seems like
Holyoke.
they got it about him.
He does live in Holyoke. He does live in Holyoke.
He does live in Holyoke, you heard? So, so that was funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my guy, Yola. He went viral, man. So what do you think about that when you seen him on there? And guys, let me get your reaction on that.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
like Dub said, Mass Double said, that's my best friend's son.
Yeah.
I've known him since he was very, very young.
Yes, you did, yeah.
So when I seen him on there, I was proud.
Motivated,
I was happy.
proud.
I was like, damn, somebody I know on TV? Let me find out.
Exactly. And the thing went viral. I'm talking about super viral. Mark Wahlberg shared it on his Instagram, and the thing got like 1.2 million.
Yep.
Go ahead, what you about to say?
I expected it.
Expected it.
Because
He
whoever
grinds.
knows him,
Yes.
you know, knows him, will know he's a great person. He's funny.
He is smart.
He's very smart.
Very smart.
And he likes to make people have a good time.
Entertainer. He's a great entertainer.
Exactly. So you're going to always remember him, no matter what.
No matter what, man. He's always staying creative.
Exactly.
He's a dope artist as well. I want to shine light on his music as an artist. He's an amazing artist. You know what I'm saying? The guy is really, I watched him work in the studio, and the guy is a genius with making music as well. But he also has a vision, and he's very funny. He's very creative, and he stays busy. He stays consistent. So this is just basically, I wanted to shine light on this because they shine light on my guy. You know what I'm saying? 413 Holyoke, Druski, you know, this is big. You know what I'm saying? It's a big thing that happened, and shout out to him. And everybody go follow him, man, on all platforms, man. BellyGang Yola, you know, look up his music and definitely tap in with him online. Very funny. Very dope. I had to shed light on that on my guy. That was pretty dope. And you know, another thing that's going on right now is it's on your screen right now. Is Jay-Z and Eminem. You know, Jay-Z went viral recently for talking about that nobody could compete with him on the verses. Mm-hmm. You know, because right now, Cash Money and No Limit, they just had a verses, and I watched it. It was amazing. They both did great, amazing verses. Like this, it was big. It happened in Las Vegas, and these are two legendary groups from New Orleans, and very inspiring. I look up to these guys, like motivated by these two big monster labels, you know, Cash Money and No Limit Records. It was amazing. I watched the whole thing. It was dope. Mia X fired. Like, she did amazing. Juvenile did dope, you know, on both sides of the fence. And then, so now this all happened, right? This versus, and Jay-Z, I guess, I don't know who he was having a conversation with, but he's talking about that nobody could compete with him, and that he don't think that nobody could compete with him on a versus. Like, so he went crazy viral for this. And Eminem stepped up. Like, what? Like, you know, Eminem was like, you know, it says, Jay-Z says no rapper could do a versus with him because no one is on his level. And then there's not a chance anyone can stand on that stage with me. This is what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So Eminem, you could take that one off the screen real quick. Eminem, you know, definitely was like, man, it says Jay-Z just ignited the versus battle of the century. And it didn't take long for Eminem to step out of the shadows with the mic in his hand during a convo with Alicia Keys. Hove. Okay, so he had a conversation with Alicia Keys. That's what it was. He confidently said, no disrespect, but no one can stand on a stage with me 2 hours. He said, nobody. He said, bro really said nobody. So minutes later, Marshall Mathers, Eminem, we all know, you know, monster-ass lyricist, reportedly smiled and dropped this icy response. He said, 2 hours? Cool. He said, I'll bring a pen and a notepad and a coffin. You know what I'm saying? That nigga said a coffin.
Woo. I look forward to that one.
And he said, let's see if that's enough time for you to rewrite history. You know, so he called him out on that. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to go back to that image right there, put them on the screen. You know, these are them too, man. Drop in your comments, man, on this versus if it was to ever happen, and I hope it did. Who are you guys going for? You know, these are two legendary, you know, people. You know, Eminem is witty for his rhymes, and then Jay-Z is just raw too, man. And you know, me, if I would have to pick, this is tough. You know, this is a tough one, man, because Jay-Z have crazy hits. Eminem does too. You know, I'm gonna, for me personally, I'm gonna say both. You know.
But if you can't say both, who do you pick?
If I can't say both, who I'm gonna pick, I'm gonna, you know. So Eminem came in the game later on in the game, and I've been always Jay-Z was one of the, you know, the GOATs coming up. You know, he came over next to Biggie. You know, Eminem wasn't in the game yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't in the game yet. So if there's gonna be anybody that I'm gonna go with on this one, it's gonna be Jay-Z. It's crazy because people are gonna be like, what? You know, but I'm gonna go with Jay-Z on this one because Jay-Z got hits too. I think it's like 10 songs they're battling or 20 songs. And so they're gonna pull out their biggest hits. You know, I know a lot of people are gonna say Eminem.
I'm one of them.
You're gonna say Eminem,
I'm going
right?
for Eminem because I like how he is.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that he's straightforward. He don't give up. You already know what.
Eminem is nasty, though.
And he's just nasty.
Damn. So I'm going with Jay-Z, but Eminem is a monster itself.
I don't know. That's gonna be good.
It's gonna be very, very good. Drop in the comments who you're going for. I know a lot of people are gonna say Eminem. So they're gonna win on the Eminem comment. So drop a comment. Let me know who you're gonna go for. Luke's picked Eminem. I picked Jay-Z, even though I am an Eminem fan. Like, I am an Eminem fan. I don't want to take nothing away from Eminem. He's a beast. Anybody that's come against Eminem lost.
Yep.
On battles, so this is a song-to-song, like, historical, like, they're going in their catalog, and they're going to battle song for song. So, like, that's what it's about, song for song. So, hopefully,
that's going to be good.
It's going to be very good if this does happen. I want it to happen since Jay-Z was talking that thing, and then Eminem stepped up. Like, let's see what happens on that. You could take that.
He don't got no shame in his game.
You could take that one off the screen. So, that's what it is with that, man. Yo, so basically, man, that's it for today's show. We're about to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank everybody for tapping in and tuning in. And we made it. We made it to the end of the show right now for today. This is episode 4.
I want to see you guys next time.
We're going to see you guys next time. And we're going out, man. Let's go. We out. Bam.